the 3-bedroom terrace that we got without any guarantor, without any crazy deposit, without any references, without any evidence of pay slip or paycheck, without all those things that all those agents require. They did not ask us for any of them. They just told us to pay rent and move in. And this house is fully furnished: bed, refrigerator. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Genevieve and I'm a YouTuber based in the UK. This is actually the first video I'm doing sitting down since I arrived in the UK. Thank you guys for all the compliments, all the goodwill messages, the prayers, the encouragement. I see all of them and I truly appreciate it. You guys keep it coming. I'm here for all of it. Thank you. On this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to get an accommodation within 1 week of arriving the UK. You all know what is going on now with all the immigrants and migration, influx of Africans and Asians into United Kingdom. It is not easy for someone to rent an apartment, more especially when you are with your family. Okay, it is even advised that the men applicants should come first, get an apartment before the dependents will join, because getting an apartment in the UK right now is not a joke. It's so difficult. So I'm going to run through briefly what it takes and the whole steps of renting an accommodation in the UK. Firstly, to rent an accommodation in the UK, you start by checking on all the numerous websites. There is Zoopla, there is Rightmove, there is Open Rent, there is Gumtree, there is On the Market. There are so many of them. Personally, before I even arrived in the UK, like 2-3 weeks before then, I've already been looking for apartments and it was not successful. I got here and I was just sending application. I never even got close to one viewing. The reason why I never even got one viewing is because these agencies, they were getting overworked. So before they even book you for viewing, they will ask you for so many requirements, and these requirements include some of them will include all of it, while some will just have some of the requirements and exclude the others. So some agencies will tell you to pay 6 months advance. An agency told me to pay 12 months upfront for rent. You can imagine rent that will be like £950 per month, and you're asking me to pay 12 months rent upfront. Come on, how about now, guys? So some will ask for a guarantor. A guarantor is somebody who owns a property in the UK, a UK landlord who owns a property. So either you get a guarantor, or you pay 6 months upfront, or you provide 3 months pay slip in the UK. For somebody that has not even stayed up to 1 week in the UK, where am I getting 3 months pay slip from? You know, so it has just been too many, unfortunately. Like unfortunately, I sent over 50 emails. Like on my email, the only thing I was just seeing is unfortunately. It was crazy. I was so devastated. I said, God, what am I going to do? And when I just, sample opinion, or just calling people around to just know what's up, one would just say, but it's supposed to be easy for you now, onto 1 or 2 reasons, it's supposed to be easy for you. Guys, it was not like that. So after speaking with a few people, I was chatting with a friend of mine, and she told me that she sent me the screenshot of a chat that she was having with somebody who was telling her that she's moving to the 4th Airbnb. The Airbnb where we stayed, we booked for 7 nights, and we spent a total of £669 on that Airbnb. That is crazy. That's close to what you can even get a 2-bedroom for a whole month in the UK if you get a rented apartment. So you can imagine that every night, if you sleep and wake up one night gone, you're like, God, it's coming to an end. And one thing that I believe God for is that from this Airbnb, I'm moving to my own apartment. I don't even know how God was going to do it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was on Saturday that I was chatting with this friend of mine, and she was just telling me that someone she knows was moving to the fourth Airbnb. I'm like, what? We are carrying 9 suitcases plus other 5 carry-on luggages. You do understand? So moving these things from one place to the other in the UK is not a joke. So if you're leaving one Airbnb to the other, you're going to be doing expenses. Maybe you book 2 Uber or 2 Bolt rather, that will take you to those places, and that is money. So I calculated all these things and I said, God, you have to help me. I told her on that conversation that is to invoke the supernatural law, because everything you're asking me to get a house, I don't have it. Everything that these landlords are requesting for, I don't have it. And daughter of Zion cannot sleep on the streets of London, at the streets of Birmingham. No, cannot be thrown out on the streets with my children in this cold. So, as we were having that conversation, I just said, God, now your hand I do, okay? So, my husband was just going downstairs to go and speak with our host because the internet was not functioning well. And the host now asked him, "Oh, Mr. Bernard, have you gotten an apartment yet?" He now told him no. He said, "Okay, I have a place. I have a place. Just that the place is slightly expensive, but you can go check it out. You can go check it out if you like the place." So I was the one that went to the place. That was the only house I went to view. Since I've been sending emails and trying to do inquiry about houses, that is the only house I went to view. I was also chatting with someone when I was in the person. Is it that I'm doing something wrong that they are not calling me to come and view houses, or God does not want me to go and waste my time and view houses that I will not get? I remember telling a friend of mine that too when I got very frustrated with the unfortunately that I was getting. So I viewed the house. It's a 3 bedroom terrace, and the guy said, "You can take it. I'm not going to ask you for guarantor. I'm not going to ask you for references. I'm not going to ask you for any employment pay slip, whatever. You're not paying me upfront for anything. Just take it." How? From where? So the guy now said that it was his wife that told him to help these people. They have kids, so that they did this for us because of the kids. That they're just wondering how we're going to go on the streets again with these children, or start moving to another Airbnb with these kids. And they said, okay, we should just let them just do it for us. So the guy was now like that. He doesn't know why he's doing this. That nobody does this. That he only believes that this, whatever the help that he has given us, it will not backfire on him. That was what the guy said. And I'm like, God, he just tapped grace. It will not backfire on him. And I'm like, I was just humble and said, God. And do you know one thing with this accommodation issue is, until your accommodation is sorted out, you're hanging. Your children cannot go to school. You cannot even be able to open. You can open a bank account and use someone else's address. You can do NIN and use someone else's address. But somehow you are unsettled. Do you understand? Once your accommodation is not sorted, you're unsettled. You're hanging. Even if you're in an Airbnb, you're hanging. Okay, imagine that I filled the first form with the Airbnb. The next form I'm filling, the next Airbnb next week. Another application you're doing. It's crazy. So God just showed up for me in an unknown land. And I went back to all the comments that people have been leaving on my messages. People left comments like, "In this land, God will surprise you." I was taking it like to heart. People left comment like, "In this land, things are not easy, but it will be easy for you." One of my subscribers made that prayer for me. I said amen with my whole heart. So all those comments and prayers, I am not taking them for granted. So one thing I would say is to everybody out there that is looking for house, what God has done for me, He's a generous God. He can do it for you. God will provide us with accommodation in this land. God will provide. So when we are praying for the gift of men, they must not be family. If you have family members who are willing and able to help you until you're sorted out, until you're settled, fine. That is wonderful. Enjoy it, milk it. But if you do not have family members who are willing to help you like that, if they are not willing to help you as much as you want, it's also fine. Don't look at man. Focus on God. This 3 bedroom is furnished with everything. We didn't have to buy any single thing. Even There was no television when we were viewing. The landlord said, okay, he's going to bring us telly. Because I saw that the doors of grace were open and they were just open to favor us. Oliver Twist in me made request. So I told the woman, please, I need pots and pans. She said, okay, she will get me pots and pans. So while I was even like, when we got into the house, there was no blankets, and after paying rent, we didn't really have much on us again to start buying and shopping and shopping and shopping immediately. We just wanted to calm down first. When we moved into this place, a friend of mine called me. She saw my videos and she called me and she was so excited. Welcome to the UK. Where are you? Which city are you? I told her Birmingham. She said, what? So excited, so happy for you. I'm also in Birmingham. Jeez. And she was screaming. She was so happy. She was like, I don't understand how happy she is. I'm here. And she's so happy. I mean, her joy itself, she was even happier that I was in the UK than me that was in the UK, because I'm still under, some kind of pressure. So she just asking me, what's up? How are you moving in? How are you coping and all? So I just said her everything that happened with the house, how I got the house, and what stage that we are, that we finished paying for the rent and all. But we do not even have a lot with us anymore to start buying things that we need around the house, because we still need money to run through the whole month and until we get a job and all of it. So she now said, okay, don't worry, that she'll just look around her house and see the things she can pick and come and bring them to me. Talk, okay, no problem. My sister, my brothers, everybody. I was just in school yesterday and she called me and told me that she has booked an Uber. If someone books an Uber in this town, is that the person, maybe you're in a hurry to go to where you're going to, one, or maybe you're carrying some things that you don't want to stress with it while you're on the bus or something. So when she told me she was taking an Uber to my house and that she would drop the things off while I'm in school. By the time I got back, guys, there was blankets in my house, bed sheets. Even though I told her that I brought bed sheets from Nigeria, she brought lots of bed sheets for me. She brought pots, she brought spoons, she brought, lots of things. And I'm like, what? She brought plenty of things. She picked a lot. Children's clothes, shoes, toys, storybooks. Like, I'm like, God, is this how you settle people? Like, settle them with people where they do not even expect that the help is going to come from. That is exactly where the help came from. So what am I saying to everyone who is watching this video around the United Kingdom and anywhere in the world? You cannot be stranded. God will settle everybody with accommodation. And if anybody is back in Nigeria waiting for you to be stranded and to come back because of accommodation, that person will wait for a very long time. God will sort you out. God will help each and every one of us to settle it smoothly. Then again, I also want to say, when you are praying for the gift of men, do not be blindsided. Don't focus on family. If your family members are available, fine, but don't focus on family. It will frustrate you. Give it an open heart and look unto God. God sees everything and everyone. But when you focus on family, you will be distracted from the main person who is the source. The source is God. You know, that kind of thing that God will just arrange you in such a way that no human being can take the glory. No family member can take the glory. Nobody can take the glory. That's the type of miracle you should be calling forth. Are you understanding me? So God used people I don't know. This landlord of mine, he's even a Muslim. He's not even a Nigerian. He's from Asia, Pakistan, right? So he is not even a Christian. God can use anybody. This friend of mine, we've not really even been in touch, like, except social media, hi, hello, just like that. But look at where my help is coming from. So your own help will come too. Just look unto God. Okay, guys, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to tear up because I've just been feeling like a pampered child, a spoiled child. God has been spoiling me silly on this trip. You don't know where I'm coming from, or you don't know my story. You don't know the journey to this point. It has been on God, no other person. It has been on God. And I cannot take that glory away from him. Okay? Guys, thank you so much for watching this video to this point. If you have watched to this point, you are family. So what I want you to do is to share this video with somebody who might just need to watch this video to get inspired or to get motivated. Okay, God is still in the business of doing good to people. What he does for one, he can do for everybody. So please share this video, like it, and also subscribe to my channel. As for the room tour, as for the house tour, I'm going to definitely do a house tour, but let me just settle in and get the whole place in order. Then I will do a house tour and I will show you guys the 3-bedroom terrace that we got without any guarantor, without any crazy deposit, without any references, without any evidence of pay slip or paycheck, without all those things that all those agents require. They did not ask us for any of them. They just told us to pay rent and move in. And this house is fully furnished: bed, refrigerator, washing machine, gas, fully furnished. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me not start blabbing from the beginning again. I can tell this story from today till tomorrow till next tomorrow. Within 1 week, God settled me. Thank you guys. Bye.